Hi guys, happy Sunday. Here we go then with the weekly reading. This is where I'm going to pull 7 cards to represent the week ahead. We're going to clarify using a second deck, and I always extend this reading on YouTube, okay? So if you're watching on YouTube, you can stay put. If you're watching anywhere else, you can search Microblonde Tarot on YouTube and you'll find it. So the sun is shining. We are now in February. Thank goodness January is now over. It was the longest month ever. Let's see what is in store for us. Okay, King of Wands, Temperance, the Hanged Man, or the Hanged Woman. Wow, we've got all but one major arcana. That is insane. So we've got the King of Wands. So we've got 2 minors, 1, 2, 3, and 5 majors. 2 minors, 5 majors. So we open with the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a fire energy. Okay, it's action. It is determination. It is success. It is drive. It is motivation. It is inspiration. So this could be how you're feeling at the beginning of the week. Hopefully that is the case. Sometimes for me, the King of Wands can represent the push to take some kind of action. Okay, so if you've been thinking about something, it's time to move. And on this card, there's lots of light bulbs here. Okay, ideas, thoughts, things like that. So it's time to move on something you've been thinking about, or take action towards something that you've been wanting to do. Occasionally it can represent a masculine energy around you, taking some kind of action. So we will clarify that with the second deck. But we've all got feminine and masculine within our energies. So it can just be you taking action about something, you know, that you've been dwelling on or wanting to do. It is a very successful energy. It is quite a driven energy, quite an independent energy as well. Okay, so day 2, we get Temperance. So Temperance is Sagittarius energy. It also represents things like patience, balance, calmness. So it can be that, you know, on day 2, it's time to just take a second to reflect. It could be that you're still going to be patiently waiting for something, because interestingly enough, on day 3, we've got the Hanged Woman, which is a sense of limbo. So, you know, it could be that you set the wheels in motion on day 1, and in day 2, 3, you're just waiting to see the outcome, or you're waiting for some sort of news or response or something like that. So coming back to Temperance, it's about tempering yourself. It's about making sure that your energy is balanced, that you're not sort of acting out of an energy of not thinking things through, or sort of being rash about any sort of decisions or judgments or anything like that. As I said, we then go on to day 3. It's the Hanged Woman. This is my own deck. It is usually the Hanged Man, but this is the deck I created. We've got the Hanged Woman, and I just love that imagery. So this can be needing to change your perspective. It can be a change of perspective that helps shift things forward. It can just be that you're just being told to just wait a minute. Okay, the Hanged Man is a kind of limbo energy. It's kind of just hang in there, just wait a second. We will clarify what these 2 cards are related to, obviously, when we do the extended reading. And then on day 4, interestingly enough, we get the Moon. So the Moon for me can be about revelations, things being revealed, things coming to light. In the fullness of time, everything becomes obvious, or everything becomes out in the open. So it could be, yeah, as we said, day 1, you put something into motion, you reach out, you communicate, you put a business plan into action, you apply for a job, something like that. The middle of the week could be a bit of an impasse, not much happening. And then by Thursday, we get some sort of, you know, information, revelation. Sometimes the Moon for me can be feelings, emotions. So there can sometimes be something to do with like how you're feeling, emotions running high, or an expression of how someone else is feeling if this is not you directly. But for me, it is things coming out into the open, things being revealed. That is day 4. Day 5, we get the Queen of Wands. It's interesting that we've got the King and Queen of Wands as our only 2 minor arcana this week. The Queen of Wands is a confident energy. She is very magnetic, attractive. It can be a very successful energy, similar to the King of Wands. The Queen of Wands for me often represents creativity, creative ideas, creative ventures, creative roles within your work, within your job, something like that. But she is also a message about sort of being unapologetically yourself, so not trying to be what you think people want you to be, or to say the right thing, or to do the right thing, but instead to move forward in a situation with confidence, you know, knowing your own value, knowing your own worth, your own ability, that kind of thing. But it can also be things really starting to happen and move, because as we said, the wands are about sort of action, movement, communication, that kind of thing. So we get a little bit of stuck energy in the middle there, and then we get things starting to move again. And then we get to day 6 and we get the Lovers. So the Lovers can represent coming into alignment. So this can be coming into alignment in a in a romantic sense. It can sometimes represent new connections, soul connections. The Lovers is very passionate energy. So again, if it's not romantic, it can mean that you're coming into alignment with something you're passionate about, pursuing. Okay, but if it is romance, this can be new connections, passionate new connections, coming back into alignment with someone. Sometimes the Lovers is also choices. It can represent a choice about the path you're taking, or a choice between two people. So again, we will clarify that. And then we close with the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries. The Lovers is Gemini, by the way. The Emperor is Aries. So the Emperor is a very successful energy. It is, sorry, I can't clear my throat today. It is determination, it is success. There's no one above the Emperor. It also represents things like entrepreneurship, being very well respected, well regarded, in a very well known position. It can also represent sort of fame, fortune, business going very well, success if you're thinking of starting your own business. If it's someone around you, the Emperor is the divine masculine. For me, it can sometimes be that somebody kind of has the control in some way, or wants the control in some way. Sometimes the Emperor, for me, if it's someone around you, can represent somebody that is sort of exerting their control, or is in control of the next move. It can be quite a stubborn energy as well, but as you can see here, there's like chess pieces in the background. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's someone sort of planning their next move. So again, it could be you, it could be that someone around you has, you know, the key to the next step here, or something like that. Overall, I think it is a week of change, and I think we've been needing this to come for a while, because the last few weeks we've been getting a lot of repetition, but this is a week of action, and this is a week of feeling uplifted, positive energy, ready to take action, ready to move forward, ready to feel confident about yourself. So it's very, very positive energy. Obviously, we've got the Lovers here, which could be new romance, new romantic connections, coming back into alignment with somebody. And obviously with the Moon here, this is things becoming clear. So I hope it helps. I am going to clarify, as always, using a second deck. If you can stick around, please do. And if not, I'll see you soon. Okay, here we go then. Let's clarify this weekly reading, starting with the King of Wands. So, as I said, it could be ideas, putting ideas into action, taking some sort of action. For me, sometimes it could be self-employment, or setting yourself up in some way. Let's have a look. 3 of Wands, the Hanged Man, the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about making choices for the future. The 3 of Wands here is at a crossroads, and now it is time to sort of choose your path. The 10 of Pentacles is investing in a solid future, or what you want from the future. And this is the Hanged Man in this instance, I feel, is a change of perspective. So this is now being sure about what path you want to take and what direction you want to go in. It can, as I said, sometimes be incoming communication, that now somebody knows what they want and they're ready to communicate what they want. You know, if there has been like a, I don't know, like a separation or a bit of confusion with someone. But we do also get the 3 of Cups here, so there's celebration. So whatever this pathway is, or whatever this action is, it is positive. It comes with celebration, it comes with good news, positivity, and yeah, reason to celebrate in some way. So let's look at Temperance, because this can be a bit of a patient energy, needing to be patient, patiently waiting. Temperance. I think it's mad that we got 5 out of the 7 as major arcanas, because they are the most powerful energy. So it feels like a real shift in the energy this week, much more positive, much more uplifted. So with Temperance here, we got the 5 of Pentacles and the Judgment card. So it could be that you've been feeling I don't know, a little bit stuck, a little bit low. Sometimes the Five of Pentacles can be that there's been like a bit of a financial hardship or a financial issue going on. But Judgment is an interesting one, because Judgment is like a rebirth energy. It can sometimes represent conversations and things like that, like a turning point. And then we get the Page of Cups, so this is like something new being offered. So once again, this could be that there's like a new job offer or a new financial offer or some sort of conversation that allows like a fresh new start, okay? But it could be something you've been waiting for a while, or it could be that you've been feeling this sort of stuckness for a while. Let's have a look at the Hanged Woman, because this can be a change of perspective. It can be you needing to change your perspective. It can be someone else has changed their perspective. Why have we got the Hanged Woman? Oh. The Death card, so not physical death, but like rebirth. Yeah, Ace of Swords. 9 of Wands, yeah, so this is about like hard work or persistence or patience actually paying off. So where we get this patience card, or patiently waited, it actually will pay off, because the 9 of Wands is like you're almost there, you're almost across the finish line of getting what you want. The Ace of Swords is truth and clarity. It can be new ideas, new opportunities, new beginnings, and the Death card is like a rebirth energy. Or it can be sort of closing one door, ready to start again. But I think that there's a lot of rebirth energy this week. Yeah, I think that, let's just see about this. Yeah, Knight of Wands. I just wanted to pull one more to see who is it that's changing perspective. It could be someone else, it could be you, but the thing is with the Knight of Wands, I often take this as incoming action and communication. So I think, you know, it's facing Temperance, it's facing the beginning of the week. So I think that what this means is that there is some sort of communication where somebody has changed their mind about something, is seeing something differently, is ready to move forward on something. So once again, that stagnant energy, although we get it Tuesday, Wednesday, it soon shifts and it brings good things. Let's have a look at the Moon, because the Moon is often revelations. It can be things being found out, things that you weren't aware of before. Can be somebody revealing feelings. It can just be information. Why have we got the Moon? 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. So 10 of Cups represents emotional fulfillment and completion, okay? The 2 of Wands can be about choices, and then the 8 of Pentacles can be choices to work on something that leads to stability with the 4 of Pentacles here. So there's a couple of ways you can take it, because the 8 of Pentacles can often be work related. So it could be that there's something that's revealed where there's like a promotion or a step up for you that brings this emotional fulfillment, that brings this sense of completion and happiness. For some of you, this might be an expression from somebody, you know, of their feelings, or you finding out, you know, what somebody's really been up to, what somebody's really been thinking and feeling. But the Pentacles energy here kind of overrides it slightly, but there's something that comes into your knowledge that is very positive and brings a sense of completion and opportunity. So yeah, for some of you, this is going to be like a promotion or something like that, and you know, this all sort of makes sense with what we're getting at the beginning of the week. Let's look at day 5, the Queen of Wands. Interestingly, we've got the King and the Queen of Wands and the Lovers. So this could be a very passionate week, because there's a lot of fire energy here. There's a masculine, feminine, and then also the Lovers. So it could be that you meet someone and there's an instant spark, an instant attraction. Yeah, see, we've got the Tower and the 6 of Swords. This is about like moving on from chaos, moving on from conflict. The Page of Swords again can be about gathering information or making a plan. And we've also got the Justice card. So for some of you, there's an ending to like a legal battle or some sort of situation where you've been waiting for justice to be served. For some of you, this is just moving through and moving away from this sense of sort of like chaos and perhaps like something quite difficult with the Tower, but now you're coming through it, because the 6 of Swords is moving forward to calmer waters. So this is definitely a positive shift. You know, you're feeling yourself again, you're feeling confident. It can be a very successful energy, so it can herald successful outcomes. And obviously with the Justice card there, that is often legal matters. The Lovers. Is this a new connection? Is this a reconciliation? What is this all about? The Lovers. The Four of Wands. The Two of Cups. I mean, can you get it any clearer? The Four of Wands sometimes people take as twin flame union because it is the 11-11 card. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but the Four of Wands is celebration, good times, uplifted energy. It can even represent dating, going out on a date, having fun. The Two of Cups is a soulmate energy. It is a connection, very deep, very meaningful. And also the Lovers can also represent that soul connection. And we got the Emperor. Maybe that's why the Emperor's still there on Sunday. The Emperor is a very strong sort of masculine energy, but I wonder if this is something you've been waiting for. And we get the King of Wands again. So we've got a lot of fire, a lot of passion this week. It's hard to say. I was pulling a few more cards there to try and clarify whether I felt that this was a completely new connection or whether this was coming back around. It's hard to say. I don't really have a strong indication one way or the other. But what I do have is that the masculine within this connection is the one pushing forward on this, the one taking action on this. So it could be, you know, that they are the ones to approach you, to ask you out, to plan the date, because I've got them in that very sort of traditional energy. Okay, day 7, the Emperor, still here from day 6. Why have we got the Emperor here on day 7? Going to be a very interesting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so you're going to have to update me in the comments on this one. I think there's a lot going on. Okay, the Emperor, Temperance, 6 of Cups, a Hierophant, the 9 of Cups. It's interesting that we got the 6 of Cups with the Emperor because the 6 of Cups can represent the past, a past connection, the past coming back around, the past being relevant in some way. And Temperance was patiently waiting. So maybe you have been waiting to hear from someone. Maybe you have been waiting for somebody to come back. You know, if somebody's been travelling or away or you've not seen them, maybe there's a very passionate reconnection here. We got the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, happiness. The Hierophant for me sometimes can represent commitment. It could be that now somebody's coming back around, they're ready to commit, because also the Hierophant could be about lessons learned. Okay, so maybe somebody has learned their lesson if there has been a separation. It's not going to be a past person for everyone. Obviously, it's collective reading. So for some of you, this is a very strong new connection, but we've got the Emperor 2 days running. And we have got that past coming back around. So, you know, especially if you you might be dealing with an Aries or a Leo here. I've just got a lot of fire, but obviously that can represent the passion, the action. Let's pull a few oracle cards. Ooh, here and now. Okay, so we've got here and now. Unfinished symphony. Round and round. Fork in the road. Okay, interesting. Now let's do one more. New life. There's definitely new life being breathed into this week. The last few weeks have felt very stagnant, very repetitive, same kind of messages all around, kind of needing to move forward and shake up the energy. And this week is when it starts to really change. So hopefully you'll all be feeling that this week. We do get fork in the road. This can sometimes represent decisions. I've got a feeling this might have come out last week. We've got unfinished symphony and round. So this, you know, all of this towards the end of the week could definitely represent that. Something coming back around, unfinished business, choices to be made. And then we get here and now. This for me is always just a reminder to be present. I think so many of us can dwell on the past or think about the future that we're not really truly, you know, in the now, which is really all we do have. But thinking too much about the future can create anxiety. Dwelling too much on the past can feed depression. So yeah, I think it's just a message to try and be as present as you can in the week ahead. It looks like an exciting one, and I'm glad about that because it has been a bit heavy for the last couple of weeks. Let me know and have a good one.